This is your home girl, Arabia. So 914, Westchester County, New York. Yo, the snow came last night. The snow came last night. I didn't know it was going to get that cold for the snow to come like that. It started out as freezing rain, but as time moved on, it accumulated onto the ground. It's been confirmed that it is snow. Let's see. Now it's a time of essence. You know, it's all about timing and stuff like that, and what's going to happen later. Because I do believe everything is going to be shut down for a couple of days. Some things might resume tomorrow, but from what I was told on Friday when I went to work, if the snow came, that there would be no work on Monday. So shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. I probably will not be working on Monday. This comes at a very bad time. And see, the thing about South Carolina, they don't know how to handle situations like this. They don't know how to handle situations like this. They don't know how to handle what happens when a hurricane hits us, how to deal with that. They don't talk about how long it takes for the power to turn back on. The power is still on down here, you know what I mean? See, this is what I love about living in New York, because New York knows how to handle situations like this. And it's not like it's a whole lot of snow outside. I don't think it's even an inch. I don't even think it's even an inch. They said that it might snow until what, this morning? Sometime this morning it's supposed to end. I don't know. I really don't give a fuck. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Habari, Zaha Saburi, Karibu, ni umbani kewangu, twendi zetu, kuja na mimi kula chakula michi baridi. Ven aquí conmigo, las comidas está lista para ti. Kuvuta kiti kachini, unakaribishwa, jifurahishe marafiki yangu. Yeah, so check it out. We're getting ready to open up the door. To the outside, so everyone can see what I'm talking about. I believe I did a short video on it last night. I did a short video about it. Yeah, so we in the living room right now. All right. So I'm turning on the outside light. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, somebody lost their bag out here. Yeah, man. All this is going, depending on how cold it gets and how this wind is going, this might ice up. I believe, because it has always been my experience in dealing with things that happen down here in South Carolina. It happened last year, around the same time last year. Everything iced up. Everything was closed. Nothing was open. So it's kind of, it's beyond me how they don't know how to handle stuff like this. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah. I'm just showing the outside of where I'm standing. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy. And it's not even a whole lot. This is not New York. This is not Pennsylvania. This is not New Jersey. This is not Massachusetts. This is not Maine, New York, Maine. This is not Vermont. This is not Connecticut. I am living in South Carolina. I've been here in South Carolina since 2014. So I've been here for over 10 years. And in my time of being here, I have never known the people in this area or of South Carolina knowing how to handle little situations like this. They don't know how to handle anything. A lot of people don't know how to drive in the ice. A lot of people don't know how to drive in the snow. So we got a lot of ignorant people down here. That's my opinion. Yeah, we got a lot of ignorant people that runs city council, that runs the state, because you've seen what happened down there in downtown Charleston a few years ago when Dylan Roof entered a church and murdered 9 people, but the main target, which was a black man, which was a senator, he was the main target. He was one of the victims that fell that day. So only thing they know how to do down here is to be fucking racist. That's the only thing they know how to do down here is how to be fucking racist. You know what I mean? And now we got President Trump sitting in the fucking White House, doing his thing. So yeah, I want to talk about stopping the division. I don't think divisions in the sector is ever going to stop. I think this is what makes this sector of YouTube this sector of YouTube. And that's the way I look at it. That's the way I see it. And that's just it. And I also want to talk about undercover gay men. You know what I mean? And yeah. We're going to talk about undercover gay men because it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of control. You don't really know that who they are and what they do and what they're all about. And a lot of times they are fathers and they are grandfathers. Shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. And, it's a big problem. It has always been an issue in our community, but we seem to find safety in being silent about it. And there's really no need to be silent about it. A lot of young men are sexually assaulted by other men. And that's a reality and that's a fact. So it is what it is. It's a subject that is not talked about. It is not discussed, not outside of a therapist's office, not outside of a psychiatrist's office, not outside group therapy. If you're in group therapy, you will come across people with a past like that. There's a lot of men out there who are ashamed, who are feeling ashamed of the past. And instead of addressing the past, what they do, they grow up, they get into relationships with women, and those relationships become vital, very toxic. There's a lot of physical abuse, a lot of domestic violence in those relationships. And the man that's not hitting you because he's angry with you, a lot of times it's because he's an undercover brother. Undercover. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. And believe it or not, I got a lot of that in my family. A lot of undercover bitch ass niggas running around. A few years ago, one of my nephews recently got married. He got married to a very nice young lady. They have one child together. Instead of, certain relatives being happy for him, he was encouraged not to get married. He was encouraged to be a deadbeat father. Yeah. I got people in my family that encouraged my nephew not to marry a woman, not to be in love with a woman, and not to take care of his own seed. Shout out to the chat. And you would be very surprised. You would be very surprised that there's a lot of people in this world that will take their own life experience, right, and try to destroy the next generation with some fucked up wisdom. See, a lot of us that are in our 50s and 60s, we don't know every fucking thing. We don't know every fucking thing. We ain't never going to learn everything. We're never going to know everything. We're not going to have knowledge on everything, every aspect of life. And people seem to get it twisted and they got it all fucked up. But yeah, there's a lot of men walking around who are fathers and who are grandfathers who happen to be homosexuals, but they're undercover with it. They hide their sexuality. And I'm telling you, those are the most miserable dudes I've ever met. And they're constantly criticizing other people that actually live out their life out of the closet, out of the shadow, out of the darkness. Trust me, I got family members right now. They're not concerned about me per se, but they are worried about who I'm fucking and sucking. It's none of their damn business. It's none of their damn business. I'm telling you right now, when Birdman was living, I'm going to tell you something. My brother didn't speak to me all them fucking years that Birdman was riding with me. Why? Why you think he didn't like Birdman? He didn't like Birdman because Birdman was the kind of dude that let you know, look, Arabia's riding with me. Ain't nobody gonna take advantage of her. Y'all ain't been coming around. You ain't been floating around. The fuck you want? When the woman that raised me died, Birdman handled all the transactions that needed to be handled. He was the one that took me to the check cashing place. He was the one that went with me to open up the bank account. This was years ago. 2000 and what? 21. Shout out to the chat. And I got motherfuckers in that family right now who got possession over that fucking house who should have sold that house years ago. They should have sold that house years ago. Now, all of a sudden, nobody lives in that fucking house. But when I received the paperwork from the fucking lawyer a couple of years ago about who was going to be over the estate, who was going to be handling the finances of that woman's estate, everybody's name was on there. Everybody's addresses was on there. Because the court was like letting me know, look, we got in touch with everyone. We found out where everybody lived. Now, all of a sudden, everybody moved from where the fuck they was at. I don't believe it. I don't believe none of that. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, man. Birdman been dead. This month right here on the 16th, Birdman would have been passed away a whole year. A whole year. A whole fucking year. Now all of a sudden motherfuckers want to start talking to me. They're not man enough or woman enough to pick up the phone and call my fucking number, but they man enough and woman enough to hide behind a fucking keyboard somewhere and tippity type. That's what they like to do. That's what they like to do. Birdman told me before he left this earth, he said, they ain't fucking with you now. But if anything was to happen and all of a sudden they're going to reappear. And there's a reason why certain family members started reappearing. There's something going on that I don't know what's really happening with that. But if Birdman was here, Birdman would be on the case because Birdman was retired. That's all he had to do was be on the phone with someone. I'm telling you, this man took care of a lot of stuff for me. A lot of stuff I didn't have to deal with. Now all of a sudden I have to deal with all this shit. I got mugs in my family right now. Don't want to live there. Don't want to live their truth. Don't want to live their best life, living in their own fucking truth, but want to be worried about what the fuck I got going on. They know about this YouTube channel. They know about all my channels. Not one time have they ever assisted with me doing anything. They never helped, not with one video, not with one short, not with one content line, nothing. They never helped with a goddamn thing. No footage, no nothing. Now all of a sudden, motherfuckers want to put me in fucking songs and shit. Now all of a sudden, motherfuckers want to use my fucking image. But before, a couple of years ago, you didn't know my image. You didn't have no old pictures. Now all of a sudden, old pictures show up. Fuck out of here. Jealous motherfuckers running around. They see what I do. They like, damn, how can we sprinkle salt on Arabian shit? That's all they think about doing. Now that they know Birdman is no longer here, they feel like, yeah, now it's our time. Now it's our time. And see, this is how I became the fucking BT1000 in the fucking first place. This is how everything got started from these fucking niggas. They ain't down with me. All these fucking years. Let me tell you something. When I went to fucking New York, after I got out of fucking prison, when I went to New York in 2003, because that was the same year I went to go meet my original family, my bloodline. All right? Some family members I didn't know. My grandmother I was familiar with because we used to go visit with her until the visits stopped. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is how the BT1000 was fucking created. This is how I got my start in my life because of these niggas. A lot of people want to call themselves FBA. Some people say, well, they're not FBA. They don't even consider themselves being black. Yeah, I got a lot of relatives just like that. They don't like to say they're fucking black. A lot of them going around saying that they are Portuguese. Just because they got Portuguese blood running through their fucking veins. If you go to certain places in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, you go to Dorchester, go to a place named Dorchester, you will come across Cape Verdean Americans. Cape Verdean, they are from Africa. They're from Africa. They are African. They are African. Some of them have different shades of skin, just like everyone, just like all black people do, because there are 16 shades of black skin. A lot of people are ignorant to that fact. We got a lot of people who are passing for white and they're not really white. I got relatives that live in West Virginia who are passing for fucking white. And they've been doing it for generations. You can't miss them. When you go to West Virginia, they all got that red hair and they all got that pale skin and red freckles. They resemble what my grandfather looked like. A lot of you know what my grandfather looked like because, of course, I shared those pictures of him. So it is what it is, man. For real, for real. I met my family. I went to New York on my own. I paid my own fucking money. That was a $300 ticket back then. And I'm talking about round trip. $300 out of my own money. I went to New York to meet my blood. The bus dropped me off right there at the Port Authority. The Port Authority is it's right there, not too far from Times Square. Because when you leave out of the Port Authority, you can stand in Times Square and sell loosies if you want to. You can sell loose cigarettes. I was selling loose cigarettes that day. People were paying $1 for cigarettes. I came to New York with a carton of cigarettes for myself, a carton of cigarettes for my mom, and a carton and a box of cigars for her boyfriend at the time, because they were the ones that picked me up from that downtown location at the Port Authority. I called my oldest sister. My oldest sister was like, oh, okay, you made it to New York. I'm going to tell Ray, you don't know what the woman looked. I didn't know what my own fucking mother looked like. Didn't know what the fuck she looked like. I was just walking by blind faith on how to do this, how to meet up with people that I know didn't have my best interest in heart. And I'm not talking about my grandmother, because my grandmother was the only one that was going back and forth to court to get custody of me and my brother when we was young. And I wish she would have done it. I wish she would have got it done and got it over with, because now a whole bunch of other shit is coming. A whole bunch of other shit is fucking coming. And now I'm starting to see why a motherfucker is like the way he is. That motherfucker always had a chip on his shoulder when it came to me. You know why? Because he's jealous because I'm living my best life and I'm living in my truth. He's not living in his truth. He living a fucking lie, a goddamn lie. And he's not only responsible for himself, he's responsible for 2 other generations that he helped put here. Ain't nobody tell your black ass to go out there and find these hoochie mamas. Ain't nobody tell you to get nobody pregnant. Ain't nobody tell you to have children. Ain't nobody tell you to have grandchildren. That's your fucking fault, not mine. Good morning, everyone. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. We're gonna see who was in the chat. Not worth it and fancy. Not worth it. I gotta make you a mod. So I guess after I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go ahead and give you your wrench. You've been riding with me a long time. What's up, Fancy? Good morning. It's good to see you, Fancy. Fancy, it's good to talk to you in some of the chats I be in. Yeah, we be having mad fun. Yeah, so last night I had went over to what that child name? Anthony. King Mafia Anthony. And Ronald Jones was on the panel. And the only thing that trips me out about Ronald Jones, I don't got nothing against Ronald Jones. I really do like him. But the only thing that trips me out about him is that Ronald Jones had his own channel a few years ago, about 2 years ago. Because I remember, because I was subbed up to Ronald Jones. 400. Yes, I was subbed up to him. Back then, Ronald was using the avatar of the Jigsaw puzzle puppet. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to Ronald Jones. But yeah, he had his own channel. And instead of keeping up with the channel, he canceled out the channel. He don't put no content on it, but he loves to go to everyone else's channels and hit the panel. He trips me out because he said he's a day one OG in this sector. Well, if that's true, if that be true, Ronald Jones, then you remember when this sector was not Bus Life. I don't know how they're calling it Bus Life these days. This sector belongs to Sota Nation. We were here first. We were here first. We were here before any of the Quamites came. We were here before We the People. We were here before the Rabbits. We were here before any group appeared on the YouTube streets. We were here. But yeah, man. And I didn't mean to cut my own wisdom. He a day one, but he day one. Hold on, Fancy. Let me read what you saying. Hold on, Fancy. Fancy say he a day one troll. But he's in the algorithm. I ain't gonna lie. He named all the day one OGs that's in this sector. He named all the day one OGs that he wanted to name in this sector. In this sector, the day one OGs, a lot of them are not here anymore. I am still here. I am here. But I don't think I was really doing any real content until 2017, when I first started doing videos. But I came to the YouTube streets as an observer in 2013. And I went under Tommy Sotomayor. I became a fan of Tommy Sotomayor. I became a believer in his message. Because there's a lot of problems that we have in our community, and nobody seems to want to talk about it. Now that Tommy has lost most of his channels on the YouTubes, now all of a sudden there's different other YouTube creators who have come to the platform, who have tried to replace Tommy, but they cannot replace something that is unreplaceable. Tommy is the architect. Tommy is the blueprint. Tommy is the author. Tommy is the father. Tommy is the grandfather of some of these YouTube creators. And he's over KB. Because KB told Tommy that he was his inspiration. So Tommy Sotomayor is the father. He is the YouTube father and grandfather of a lot of the YouTube creators that is in this sector right now. Shout out to the chat. And I'm the only original BT-1000 in this whole fucking sector. The only one. Hold on, let me see who's in the chat. Hey, Juicy Fruit, good morning. Good morning, Juicy Fruit. Good morning, Juicy Fruit. It's so good to see you again. Somewhere. Don't get me to sing it. Yeah, man. So I cut my own wisdom. But what I want to say in this video, and I tried to say it last night, I think I was under the influence. I couldn't even remember one of the videos I did, so I had to take it down. And I said, I'm going to take down the video. Let me do the video while I'm clear in my head and clear in my feeling and clear in my spirit. I want to be clear. I don't want anyone to get anything misconstrued. I don't want any misunderstandings. Yeah, but yeah, my brother, he's a trip. He's one of these dudes as I am describing. He stays, he loves it. And the only reason why he started talking back to me, and I don't care what nobody say, he found out that Birdman had passed away. As long as Birdman was here, that man's mouth was closed. My brother has stopped talking to me. Then here comes a few days before the anniversary of Birdman passing. Here you come. So we had a discussion. A private discussion. Me and him. Me and my brother. And he got mad and he blocked me. He blocked me for telling the truth about him. Because I confronted him. I said, yo, X, Y, and Z, don't you remember? See, some people don't seem to remember the evidence of the past. I do. Because I can look at and see. Because I remember the last time we was face to face, it was around the time Sergeant Crystal Reagan had passed away. That was the last time I laid eyes on that man. We kept talking over the years, though. We kept talking over the years. Then when Birdman showed up, because our brother stopped talking to me. It was around the same time Birdman was in the hospital having his surgery. And I can't remember exactly why we fell out, but I do remember later on us falling out behind the fact that we wasn't receiving any type of monies from the estate of the lady that raised us. We was given pennies and told to fucking go away. And this was done by a young man that we grew up with. So sometimes family ain't fucking family. I find most of the people that's in this sector or on this platform, my family. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, good morning, Juicy Fruit. Good morning, Fancy, and good morning, Not Worth It. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to the replay. For those that catch the replay to this video, shout out to the chat. Because I just went outside. I just showed everyone that it snowed last night. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the buses, I will know for sure, once I do my, I guess my searching on the internet how the buses are going to be operated, if they're going to be operating at all. Because me and Ronald Jones, we did talk about that while we was over there on Anthony's platform, and we did mention the stuff about the snow, and we did say that, you know, Charleston doesn't like to do anything when certain shit like this happens. And it's not like it's inches and inches, because everyone has seen outside of my door, it's not even an inch. But because of the wind factor and the way the ground is set, I believe there will be ice. There will be an issue of ice. And a lot of people don't know how to drive in ice or snow. So we got a lot of idiots down here that are running around with a driver's license and they don't know how to fucking drive. When are you truly at peace, Arabia? Not worth that. I ain't never gonna be at peace. That is a misconception. I don't think nobody in the world is at peace. It's just that I talk about it. I talk about the good. I talk about the bad. There's a balance with me. See, there's a lot of people on this app. They come here and show you only one face when I have showed you all sides of me. A lot of people know more about me on this app than the people in my real life. Trust and believe. If you've been following me that long, I'm gonna put it like that. If you've been knowing about me on this app for more than a year, you should know me pretty well. You should know what I'm getting ready to talk about. It's good to ask questions, though. It's good to ask questions. Hizo preguntas. Hizo preguntas. Hizo preguntas. Ask questions. I tell all my people that. Yo tengo una pregunta. Yo tengo una pregunta para ti. Yo tengo una pregunta para ti. I have a question for you. Huh? What Fancy say? Especially in the snow. Yeah, that's right. The juicy fruit. These people over here do not know how to drive. Hold on. Let me read what Fancy said. Fancy said, "Did kiss my cheeks and you have a conversation yet?" To be honest, no. We haven't had the conversation yet. It's not on my fault. It's not on me. That's on her. That's on her. But it is what it is. I'm willing to talk with her on any platform, any link. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. And I think Kiss My Cheeks is a good person. I do. I think she asks questions and that she has suggestions and she got her own way of doing things. So I think that's why some people have an issue with her in this sector. Not everybody, some people. You know what I mean? But it's okay. As long as she cool with me and treat me right, I'm good with that. I like Kiss My Cheeks. I ain't got no issue with her. Wait a minute, let me see something. Oh, Arabia. Hold on. Let me read. Arabia. I am not familiar with you there. I've not seen the ups and downs. We, oh, even did. Oh, not worth it. You're not familiar with me? Not worth it. You should be familiar with me because you've been in the sector for a very long time. Well, from what I've seen, a couple of months. Shout out to you. Yeah. Arabia, you have on glasses? No, I don't have on my glasses. You are reading it wrong. Okay. So if I'm reading it wrong, not worth it, retype it. Type it, put capital letters so I can read it. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming in. Good morning, everyone in my chat. Where's my moderators? I don't see not one moderator in this chat. That is kind of strange. Now, no, Just Jay is probably on the road traveling because, she is a truck driver. She's on call, so she's not able to be present. But when she is present, she usually be in the chat dropping links and all that. Yeah. Just Jay is very good at that. Mrs. V, I don't see her. She usually be over here. I don't see her. Letitia, I know Letitia be busy. I'm trying to think who else. Keep the Change be busy. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else got a. I'm gonna have to go back through my list of who's a moderator for this channel. Yeah. Yeah, Juicy Fruit. Just Jay, aka Purple Heart Podcast, is a truck driver. She drives an 18-wheeler. Yeah. So she stays kind of busy. Even though like during the day she might be in certain people's chats and stuff, or maybe at night, but I really haven't seen seen her do any videos lately. So I'm assuming that she's on the road and she's not able to do the videos that she wants to do while she's traveling. You know what I mean? She's on call. So she could be sitting at her house right now, right? And get a phone call or get an email and be like, hey, we need you to be on the road in the next, 20 hours. You never know. With that type of job, you never know. It's unpredictable. Hey, what's up, Lovelace? I didn't know. Praying that you all have an amazing day. Please stay safe. Yeah. Shout out to you, Lovelace. Yo, shout out to everyone that's in my chat. So Lovelace is the only moderator right now in this chat. I was wondering where the other moderators were at. Because usually they be here. But I don't know. I guess ever since I announced that the BT 1000 program was now on Activate, I didn't see too many. Tamika still comes through every now and then, but Tamika might be at work because she works overnight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, please get some readers. Okay, not worth it. He said, please get some readers. Arabia, I am not familiar with you. And upside down. Okay. Yeah, shout out to the chat, shout out to the replay, shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, the BT1000. Is now in the room. I think I explained yesterday because Fanti wanted to know what the BT1000 meant. And I think I broke it down pretty well yesterday. And yeah. So there's 4 parts. There's the BT1000, there's the Jeeper Creeper on this shit. The Jeeper Creeper on this shit, when I say that, basically what I'm saying is I learn from everyone. If I spend a whole lot of time with you, in your chat with you, I'm learning from you. And whatever you're putting out there becomes a part of me. It becomes a part of me. Shout out to the chat. Lucy the Vampire basically represents my childhood religious beliefs when I was a part of the church. I'm no longer a part of the church anymore. So I don't take part in rituals anymore like the way I did when I was a child. And I think that is a part of the issues that I'm having. Because I don't believe in organized religion. I don't. Too many crusades to be talked about. There's too many Spanish Inquisitions going on. There's too many Holocausts going on, and the church and Islam and certain organized religions are behind a lot of the pain and suffering that is present on the earth and in the world today. That is my opinion. So shout out to the chat, shout out to the chat. Yeah, I got this thing on all messages, so I could see everything in my chat. I could read what people are writing. You know what I mean? Some stuff I might not be reading correctly. Like, okay, for instance, I'm reading what Lovelace is saying. I'm up making homemade cinnamon buns for the family. Can't wait till they wake up. See, Lovelace, you stay busy doing something with your family. You stay busy doing something with your family. Shout out to you. And the reason why I have a problem with organized religion, you guys, is, and I got a good reason, because, you know, when I was younger, you know, I believe my grandmother and them were Jehovah's Witnesses. And I still believe to this day, they interfered in some aspects of me and my grandmother's relationship. Because if you're a Jehovah's Witness, being a member or whatever the case may be, usually when things happen in your life, for some reason, they like to report to the elders in the church. And I guess because I'm not a Jehovah's Witness myself, I don't believe in their message. They encourage their members not to associate too closely. Can you understand? Does that make sense? So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm not too crazy about organized religion. Now, the Nation of Islam, you know, I'm a little I'm a little sympathetic and empathetic towards them because I know why that organization exists and why they do the things they do. And they seem to have a pretty good program for the young men and the young women that are members of the Nation of Islam. So, yeah, I don't have any issues with them. I don't have any issues with the poor righteous teachers. It's just some organized religions I got an issue with. And I think they need to answer certain questions. And not only do they need to answer certain questions, I do believe the Vatican owes a lot of reparations. And since they sitting on a whole lot of gold and a whole lot of silver, I think they owe the world a grand debt because they were behind a lot of the soul snatching. They were behind a lot of the conquering of different countries and different lands and the snatching of land. Shout out to the chat. And that's a reality. And they have yet to repent of their sins. They have yet to apologize. Formally apologize to me is to give reparations to the nations and to the people that you have injured the most. And they're not going to do it. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, Juicy Fruit, that's what they mean. I broke down the BT-1000, the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, Lucy the Vampire, and the German Shepherd in the goddamn room. The German Shepherd in the goddamn room is the protector. So if you're a friend of mine and I consider you a friend and you cool with me, yeah, I'll go to bat for you. I'm the bullet in the chamber, basically. Not worth it. I agree with you to a certain extent, Arabia. It was meant to build people, but it turned into a control and manipulation. What are you talking about? Not worth it. Are you talking about the Nation of Islam? Or are you talking about the Jehovah Witness? Because I didn't say anything good about the Jehovah Witness. I didn't say anything good about them. I only spoke highly of the Nation of Islam. I only spoke of them in a high, positive way. And I don't see, and I think, and this is what I think, not worth it. I think the government succeeded in having people to think very badly about the Nation of Islam. I think they succeeded in certain ways, but I don't think badly of them. I don't have anything bad to say about them because they do a large range of prison ministry. They come in, they do services for men, they do the services for the women around Ramadan. That's how I learned about Ramadan, through the young women that I did time in prison with. I learned what a Ramadan was and how often it's celebrated a year. Some people celebrate it around Christmas. Some people celebrate it around Easter. Shout out to the chat. No, but I don't have anything negative to say about the Nation of Islam. Not at all. I'm speaking in general. Oh, in general, religion. Oh, yeah, in general. Well, yeah, organized religion. Organized religion. In some cases, a lot of these organized religions are really something. Shout out to the chat. I think I did a video not too long ago where I explained about the hijacking of the Christian religion and who hijacked it, who's responsible for the canons, who wrote the Bible, and why they exclude the Ethiopian Bible, and why the Ethiopian church is not really recognized as a true Christian foothold church. You know what I mean? But like I said before, those that hijacked the religion, they were able to conquer the world, and that's what the cross means. It means the conquering of the north, the south, the east, the west. That is the crucifix. And what happens when the Ku Klux Klan comes in and burns the crucifix? They are telling you that that religion belongs to them. That's what they're telling you. And they're at war with anything or anyone that doesn't look like them or doesn't have their belief system. That is what to me, the Protestant religion that's being practiced here in America is a religion that the Ku Klux Klan claims, and there's no way in the world I am going to practice a religion that the Ku Klux Klan practices. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to acknowledge any gods that do not look like me. And when you go into certain places in New York or Florida or Cuba or Puerto Rico, you will hear about the other belief systems. You will hear about Santeria. You will hear about hoodoo. You will hear about voodoo. And if you look at those religions, don't those gods look like you and me? They even got androgynous gods. Don't that appeal to you more better? Because I would rather see a God that looked like me hanging on the wall than going and see a picture of Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm just saying. Shout out to the chat. Hey, what's up, Tish? I respect your position, Arabia. Good morning, Tish. Good morning, Tish. So, good morning, everyone that's in the chat. Yeah. So, what we're going to do, we're going to do roll call. So, we got Juicy Fruit. It's in the building. Lovelace is in the building. Tish is in the building. Not Worth It is in the building. Fanti is in the building. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Good morning, everyone. Habari za hasaburi. Karibu ni umbani kewangu. Twendi zetu kuja na mimi kula chakula. Miji baridi. Kuvuta kiti kachini. Unakaribishwa marafiki yangu. Yo, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I said it for you in Swahili. I said good morning. I said welcome to my channel. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my house. Please come with me to get something to eat. And I also told you to pull up a chair to sit down, relax, and and you're welcome. Jifu rahishe means enjoy yourself. Yeah. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Thank you, Not Worth It, for commenting, for saying what you said. Thank you, Tish, for coming in. Juicy Fruit, it's always a pleasure. I love you. Lovelace, thank you for moderating for me this morning. Fancy, It's a pleasure. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the replay. For those that are not here, I hope you catch the replay. And for those that are not here, I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their weekend. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the weekend. We're going to look outside one more time, you guys, before I end this video. We're going to look outside one more time before I end this video. Hold on. See all that? And I don't even know if that store going to be open up today. It shouldn't be too bad, to walk in. It shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to text my boss later and see what she say, but it really shouldn't be too bad, I can walk through this, you know what I mean? Because I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's kind of chilly out there, but it's not real cold. You know what I mean? For everyone, and this video, I'm doing it. So good morning, everyone. I hope everyone has an awesome day. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for visiting with me. I really appreciate you. Goodbye. And have a good day. Peace.